Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. First and foremost, we want to start this camp by giving our praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash.
the honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to the Lord's elect, beginning with 44,000. All right, we're part of the Great Millstone GMS Atlanta camp. Out here, all right, once again on another Saturday to preach and prophesy the words of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, which are the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son, man. All right, pretty much, you know, our message is the same every week. You know, prophecy, all right, the Bible prophecy coming to pass, you know, every day. Every day is something that happens in the news, is something that's transpiring that the Heavenly Father spoke, prophets of old, and now the prophets are here on earth today to tell you what these things, man. All right, Jack, you have something?
Yeah, I have something.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Sirach, also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 18, verse 20. Before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy.
That's right. We're in the day of, so I can read again?
Sirach, chapter 18, verse 20. Before judgment, examine thyself.
Right. Yep. Yeah, we're in time of judgment. So you see judgment coming, you're supposed to examine yourself. You can hold you're supposed to get Lamentations 3 and 41. All right, you're supposed to be looking inwardly, man, to see what type of person you are, and see if you're obeying Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, so that you can be found worthy to be saved in this time. And that's only for Israelites, by the way. Okay, the Lord's only going to save a remnant of His people. All right, well, the nations, all right, you ain't included in that. Okay, so in the time of judgment, examine thyself. Go ahead.
And in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy.
That's right. So we're looking for mercy, man. So we understand and know that all hell's about to break loose. Evil's about to totally engulf the earth. Dark times are coming, so we all want to be in the good graces of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's why we're constantly examining ourselves, man. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 21. Humble thyself before thou be sick, and in the time of sins, show repentance.
That's right. Be humble, man. All right. Bow yourself, humble yourself. Okay. This is what before thou be sick. And it said, what was that last part?
Humble thyself before thou be sick, and in the time of sins, show repentance.
Right, in the time of sins, show repentance. So out here, not only the kingdom of heaven, like Yahweh Shai said, but to call sinners to repentance. All right? If you know that's, that's about people not going to turn from their evil ways. They're going to continue to follow after Esau, follow after the ways of this world. Okay? But the ones that's chosen are going to repent and turn from their evil ways.
Sirach chapter 18, verse 22. Let nothing hinder thee to pay thy vow in due time, and defer not unto death to be justified.
That's right. You made a vow with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to come out here and teach this word, man. All right. Another word for vows is like to make a promise. So when you heard this truth, all right, like it says in Isaiah 30. That's what every voice behind you singing this way, walking in it. You find rest for your soul. We started doing the work. That was us essentially making a vow to the Lord that we was going to endure to the end. Continue to teach His word. All right. So this is the vow right now. We're willing, we don't break our vow. Just keep going. You know.
This is Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 41. Let us lift up our heart with our hands unto Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai in heavens.
It's like go to 3 and 40. 3 and 40.
So Lamentations chapter 3, verse 40. Let us search and try our ways and turn again to the Lord Yahweh.
There you go. Going back to the point of us examining ourselves. Right? So let us search our ways, try our ways. Go to that word try, it means another word for examine. So we got to examine ourselves, man. Like it says in 2 Corinthians 13th chapter, 5th verse. right? It says, examine yourself whether you be in faith. And we're coming into some crucial times, right? Let's say, last days, perilous time shall come. Perilous means severe or dangerous. All right, see what's happening. All right, you got DJ Trump back in office,
Right.
and you know, I just did a video this morning going to how basically when they should say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Because what there's a spirit out there where Trump is back in office, so you know, hey, notice this is happening. Notice all of a sudden these world leaders want to make peace. Right. They want to squash all the wars, and then the stock market went up. You know, this and that, and he's changing these laws, and see we're going to be doing this and doing that. What the hell was? See that on the camera?
No, I didn't see it. Right.
Fireworks effects. I don't know. They were using the StreamYard app. I don't know what the hell just happened. That's new to me. I never saw that. Like some explosion on the screen. But anyway. Yes, people got this, that threw me off. But people got this mindset of things are going to go back to normal. You know, Trump is back. It's going to be this and that. But what you fail to realize is it's going to get worse out here, man.
Right.
It's not going to get better. Okay, as a matter of fact, you can get you have a whole number. You get Isaiah 24. Start the second and third verse. Hey, you got something there? I got you.
This is Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, gather yourselves together. Gather together, O nation not desired, before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff.
That's right.
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
That's right. So we all supposed to gather in this truth. Okay? What to say? One faith, one baptism, one calling. Right? Everything is in unison. It's one name. So you're supposed to gather together and say, "Oh, nation not desired." Who's that? The nation of Israel. You're supposed to gather under one banner, under one doctrine. All right? And we always say that's not the scripture to justify unity camps. Okay? Just can't believe the MOTB like us, right? We believe the MOTB is the R5DC head. Then another group believe the MOT, the mark of the beast is Sid. We can't gather together, man. We gotta all speak the same thing. Okay? We're supposed to gather into one, you know, as far as gathering the truth. It's only one truth. It's one teaching, one doctrine. Okay? And it said before the decree bring forth, and that prior to the judgment coming. And it's coming, it's looming, man. It's getting more and more right. Every day that go by, everything is building up to that moment. Okay? Say to what's that, Sirach 5. Say to make no tarrying, return to the Lord and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and thou be cast down. Roughly paraphrasing. So you're supposed to gather in this truth while it's available, man. Because pretty soon the prophet's not gonna be out here to teach you and warn you when these things will come. It's gonna be game time, man. All right.
Verse 2, it says, before the decree bring forth,
right.
Before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord Yahweh come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
That's right. The Lord is angry. I want to say the Lord is angry every day. Every day, bringing his judgment to pass, bringing the light. Right. So the Lord is his anger is brewing, man. So when that time comes, you don't want to be on that standard, minister. You don't want to be on the Lord's bad side. That's why Psalms 2 says, "But kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and his wrath can go to little." So you want to be on the Lord's good side, man, by gathering this truth. Okay, living a humble, quiet life, doing what the Lord commanded us to do.
Right.
All right, not being conformed to this world. Okay.
Righteously staying out the way.
Yeah. Righteously staying out the way, man. All right. We don't want no parts of the judgment the Lord's getting ready to bring on this earth. It's going to get bad out here, man. All right. Any more there?
One more verse. It says, verse 3, seek ye the Lord Yahweh. All unique of the earth, which have wrought his judgment, seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
See that? Seek righteousness, seek meekness. That it may be that you may be hid in that time or that day from the Lord's anger. See that? How do you do that? Seek this truth. Okay? Put aside America, put aside Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, okay? MAGA, you know, damn, all these movements, you know, yeah, Black Lives Matter. All that's gonna be destroyed, man. Okay? The Israelites, you gotta wake the hell up. And you know, it's that simple. Wake up, man. But hey, it's already written, you know, that only a remnant is going to return to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But we just telling you as a warning, okay? Yeah, Isaiah 24, yeah.
This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 3. The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken this word.
Yeah. See that? The land shall be utterly empty and destroyed. That's talking about America. Go ahead.
Verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The hardy people of the earth do languish.
Yep. Yeah, the world fadeth away. The earth fadeth away. The world. What does that mean? Does that mean the actual earth itself is gonna just totally disappear, vanish in the thin air? No, it's talking about the ways of this world, this kingdom. All right, Esau is set up, the beast system. All right, America and this all this. You see, this is going to be a thing of the past, man. And the Lord's going to raise up a new society, a new vibration. Yep. That's going to rule and govern the earth. This thing is only temporary, man. So yeah, going back to Donald Trump, you know, his memo and his slogan is "Make America Great Again." You know, we're going to build back better. We're going to do this. We're going to regenerate the old American spirit. It's dead, man. All right, this is only a temporary thing.
The Obama had to change slowly.
Yeah, you change. Yep. Yeah, change. Right. Yes, we can and all that. Yeah.
Yes, we can.
So, I remember years ago they brought out play that backwards. It's like "Thank You, Satan," or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that years ago. Yeah, the Black Mass.
Yeah, we ran in 08. Yeah, yes, we can still. Mercy. Like, did you know, it's like kind of warped. That was the Illuminati. Yeah.
I'm coming, dude. Leave me alone.
Yeah, these brothers that was around back then was just coming to the truth. It was a real Illuminati, Freemasonry spirit. Yeah. That's part of the truth. It's like it's real. It's eye opening. He's like, oh,
Yeah, right.
You know, dark forces. Yeah, dark forces. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant.
See that? You look at the earth is in total darkness, man. Like it says when I was to Isaiah 61, darkness shall cover the earth and gross darkness to people. Okay? I think it's the Habakkuk, the first chapter, they say the Lord is slack. So you look at society's broken down. It's defiled under the people, man. And you really got Esau to thank for that, because he doesn't uphold righteousness. He doesn't uphold the Bible, the laws, statutes, commandments. Okay, the ways of the Heavenly Father. He pushes evil out, man. They say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So with the wicked being in rule, they're going to push wickedness, man. Right? What's that? Proverbs 29 and 2.
Can I read what he read?
Yeah.
I want to read it.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
I want to read it in the MSG Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Right? MSG. This is Isaiah 24 and 5. And I'm going to read down to 13. It says the earth is polluted by its very own people who have broken its laws, disrupted its order, violated the sacred and eternal covenant. Therefore, a curse like a cancer ravages the earth. Its people pay the price of their sacrilege. They dwindle away, dying out one by one.
Can I ask a question? Question? I mean, I can ask a question?
Right.
Yeah, I got somebody listening, but she don't know. I got a shorty, right? She a Christian, right? And I'm a 5%er. You guys familiar with the 5%ers? Mm-hmm. Nation of gods on earth, the black man is God. All right, so, we just be talking a lot and, building. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to try to, speak on, what you guys teach and how it affects us as black people in this country. That's all.
Yeah. Well, basically, what we're going into now, before you came up, we was going into basically Bible prophecy.
Right.
Right. The Bible is a book of prophecy. Certain events that was spoken of in times old is going to come to pass in the near future.
There you go.
We're talking about Donald Trump.
Okay.
People are saying, Trump is in there, so things are going to be back better. America's going to come back. Really, the scriptures, what you just read, it's going to get worse, man.
Right. I also been to Israel before too.
So yeah.
So, huh? Yeah, Israel. Yeah, I've been to Jerusalem. Gaza. Well, not even go to Gaza, but West Bank. Yeah, well, the whole country. I did a little tour out there a couple of years ago. But what do y'all think about the war in Israel?
All this Bible prophecy. Everything that's happening is Bible prophecy.
Right.
Now you mentioned you were 5%.
Correct.
Right.
Black man is God. Right.
Which the Bible didn't say that.
The Bible says that. Correct.
Now, as far as what we are coming with out of the scriptures, right? The key understanding the truth, right? Whether it's Christianity, with the Christians have the Bible, they believe in the Bible, right? But they don't have the true understanding of it. Another thing too, along with Islam. Islam, they say they believe in parts of the Bible, but they added on to the Bible. The Bible says they added on to it. Right?
What do you mean by added on?
Basically, the Quran is as they call it, that's supposed to be, Muhammad's supposed to be the prophet that came after the Messiah.
Okay.
Right? But the Bible doesn't prophesy. Everything that's happening now is predicated off of Bible prophecy. There's no philosophy on the planet Earth that you can learn about that is going to trump the Bible.
Okay.
Right? The fact that our people are over here in America in the first place, that was written about in the Bible. Okay? Now, I'm familiar with 5.
Nation of gods on earth.
5% is the nation of gods on earth. Right? Now, the nation of gods on earth, what is that? Let me ask you, what is the name of that nation?
What is the name of the nation?
Yeah.
Well, we call ourselves the 5% nation.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Right. Now, 5%.
Okay, so you're saying like the nation, like what country? Essentially?
No, not country. Well,
nation.
Countries are part because, of course, a nation would have to have a land. Right? So that's one thing. Okay? Another thing is, you say the nation of gods on earth. Right? Every nation has an actual name. Okay? Are you familiar with how nations form? Any nation.
Like a nation state. Yeah, I studied political science in college, so yeah.
Okay, right. So you have, based on politics, you have nations.
Correct.
Okay.
Nation states, yes.
Nation
Some
states,
type of laws
countries.
that everyone lives by.
Right.
A shared identity.
Right. Shared identity.
Correct.
Right. So is there a name for the shared identity of the 5%? Because 5% is what? 5% is, from what I understand, you can correct me, right? That is basically a 5% of
Population.
Right, the population.
Correct. And knows who the original man is.
Right. Have a certain amount of knowledge.
Correct.
It teaches them.
Correct.
Okay. So now.
I'm from Harlem too.
Okay,
Jerusalem.
Harlem.
Oh,
Mecca.
yeah.
That's what we call it. We call it Mecca.
Yeah, okay.
But- Okay, that's what's up. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So,
Okay,
yeah.
so now saying all that, right? Being, for example, right? 5% of anything is, that's what? That's math, right?
Correct.
That's math.
Yeah.
That's a number,
Correct.
right? Now, is that a title or nation that y'all would put upon yourselves?
Yeah.
Okay. So, let me ask you this. If we say this is who we are, it's 5% of what we are,
Right.
right? And we put that upon ourselves. So, what you see here is only 5% of our group, right? Could we claim to be a part of the 5%? Or is there a standard?
I feel like it's a standard.
Okay.
I feel like the standard is what we teach. You know what I'm saying? Because what we teach, the 10%ers, we call them the bloodsuckers of the poor, the ones who feed the 85%. Celebrities, some competition, some pastors and preachers, anybody that's leading people in the wrong direction, and the people that are being led in the wrong direction, 85%.
And the reason why I said that, because once you have a standard set up, then that means there has to be a separation, right? Like I said, you say your knowledge contains 5% of those who know who they are.
Correct.
Then I say 5% of others, right? But if we come out and say 5%, and we don't come with your same ideology, then there will be an issue between what we teach and you teach.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So therefore, there has to be some type of doctrine or some kind of label, some kind of foundation. You know what I'm saying?
And what the foundation is knowledge. It's about knowing. And then you build upon that foundation of knowledge. That's what I was told.
Right. And what I'm saying is this, right? Get to the point.
Right.
5% is a number of people.
Okay.
Right?
Correct. Yep.
It is a number of people.
Essentially, yeah.
Right, essentially.
Mathematically,
Right. But there will have to be a name for that group of people.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So what we're coming with, we're Israelites.
Correct. We're Israelites,
Right? Are you familiar with what Israel means?
Israel, right? Ra-el. L means God. What was this? Huh? All right, so explain it. That's what I heard. And my name is Ramel, by the way. Ramel. Yeah, man, come on, man. It's really for her. She want to know a little bit. So I want to, her right there. That's waving at y'all. But she was scared to come out here. You feel me? Yeah, she's very into the Bible. She teaches Bible study and all that. So, just wanted her to get a different view. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now,
I know what's going on.
the word Israel, that's just English. That's not even the actual name.
Okay.
Right? The actual name for Israel is Yashar Allah.
Yashar
Allah. Okay? Yah, y'all remember, the Bible was written in ancient Hebrew.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct, yep.
So, X out the English, right?
Correct.
Let's say we was up here and we was speaking out of the Hebrew Bible.
Right.
You couldn't put the label of Israel on us.
Right.
We would have to tell you that we're Yashar Allah.
Yashar, yeah, right.
Yashar Allah.
Correct.
So now Yashar Allah, what does it mean? Yah means he, Shar means prince, Allah means God.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, Shah, Allah. Yeah, correct. Allah. Yeah,
Right?
of course.
So Yah, Shar, Allah.
Yeah, Allah, I know.
Right?
A-L-L-A-H.
Yeah, right.
Like
So that means, so that means we will be the princes of God.
Okay.
Right? He prince of God.
He prince of God.
Right. He is the prince of God.
Okay.
Now, what is a prince?
The son of a king.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? The prince is the son of a king. Okay? Not only is a prince the son of a king, remember we're a prince of God.
Okay.
So we're also not just a prince of a king, because you have kings on the earth that have sons,
Correct.
but we'll also be sons of God.
Sons of God. Yeah. Right.
Right. So,
Yeah, we call ourselves sons of man. Son of man. Right? Sound similar? Is that similar? Is that?
yeah. You can say we're sons of men too. because we're birthed out of man and woman,
Okay.
right?
Right.
But God made a separation, like y'all talk about the knowledge, right?
Right.
Well, the Heavenly Father gave His people laws, statutes, and commandments to follow,
Correct.
which constitutes what? You have a law, you have statutes, you're commanded to do something, there's a certain judicial institution set up where you have to execute certain judgments, right? That constitutes a nation,
Correct.
which is why America has a constitution.
Right.
It has laws, it has statutes, it has judgments, right? So when you break it all down, right, to even go further beyond 5%, you would have to, based upon the knowledge, you would have to say, well, really to be honest, if I'm going to be, like you said, black man is God, right? Why is black man, so-called black man God?
Right.
Because he's the son of God or of the Most High.
He's the original man.
So, but what is the name of that nation of people?
Right.
That nation of people that God named would be Yasha Allah, or as we say in English, Israel.
Right.
Because there's levels to information. You know? Yeah, they come here.
Psalms chapter 82 and verse 6.
Peace, brother. I appreciate you. I'm about to go get back to study.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Take care, y'all. Peace.
Okay.
Psalms 82 and 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
Right. All of us are God and children of the Most High. See, the philosophy of the 5%, that was one of the first things I was learning. You know, Jake wakes up. Because back we was learning, the Israelites weren't big, right? It wasn't big. We learned about the Illuminati, 5%ers. You may watch old clips from Malcolm, stuff. Because YouTube and the videos were a lot of stuff that you couldn't watch from 30 years ago prior could now be put online. Yeah. So a lot of stuff we were awakening to, right? So, when it's levels to understand it. There's a lot of truth that 5% have, but there's a lot of things that they don't have, right? That's why I started with just the fact 5%. That's a number.
Right.
That's just a percentage of the population. But that doesn't mean that you can't put, like 144,000, right?
Yeah.
That's a certain percentage of the Israelites. Okay?
Yeah.
But we don't sit here and call ourselves the percentage. What is the name of that nation? So if you say we're 5% of it and black men is God, well, if you break that down, who's God?
Yeah.
Right? You have to be a prince of God.
You can't say just the original black man. Hey, we got a lot of dark races on the earth.
Right.
So like you say, you got to be specific. That's when you go into the lineage.
You got to be specific. But how I was presenting it, I wanted him to think. I wanted him to use his brain, and he broke it down. So then I just came with the rest of the answer, right? The black man is God, but what man is God? You know what I'm saying? That's when we can go into the scriptures. Right, who is God? But what does that mean? That's why we ask them what is different. They'll tell you that's ISIS, God. That's English semantics. But before there was Israel,
ISIS,
yeah. Before the word Israel existed, the people were still here.
Exactly.
What was their name?
What was their name?
Yasha Allah.
Wasn't English, man.
Right. So now what does Yasha Allah mean? Right? He's a prince of God. He's the son of God. Right? And we can get even deeper. You go to Genesis 6 chapter. Right? But this is like the information that they profess to have, but they don't have a full grasp on it. It's like little truth sprinkled here and there.
Oh, I got it right.
You know? Yeah, you got it.
Real quick, it's 2 Timothy 3, I get your point, 3 and 7. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth.
Yeah, and I'm not knocking the brother because he came down and then he come disrespectful.
Right.
He had questions.
Right.
He needed answers. Right? And so we did our best to answer, but also bring him to a higher understanding that you can't just be 5%. You got to have a nation. You got to have laws. Then you got to have a name, right? So that we swung it right back to us being Israel, you know. And that's what we got to do, you know. It'll be easy to lambast a brother and be like, oh, well, that 5% stuff is blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You know. And it depends on the spirit.
It depends.
You know what I'm saying?
He did come up cool. You know, he was.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's saved from Harlem, so you understand.
Yeah.
You know, he knew. But letting him think and letting him come to the conclusion, yeah, you know, it's really numbers essentially. So then that way he learns something.
Right. So now you
at least he can walk away and say.
Now you walk away like, damn, I gotta identify.
Yeah.
5% thing. I can't just say 5%. Keep moving.
Yeah. That's all. That's all.
5% notice.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, we put 5%. If we're 5% of our group. So I said, well, what separates us from you? He said, no, I think they trying to want us to run. So he agreed. There got to be a standard. Our standard is the scriptures. We started with the prophecies. You know.
That's right.
You know. That's all. You know. That's how you edify.
Yeah.
Even with, you know what I'm saying, just bring it to another. Yeah, you got to be cursing.
Like you said, actually make him think. Kind of tell. He's like, you know. Tell him what he probably thought before.
Him and, you know, the girl, you know, the chick that he was talking to, whatever, you know. They just walk away curious.
Yeah, the seed has been planted.
The seed has been planted, and let the Lord give the increase.
That's it. I got to read something else. This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it have commanded, and his spirit it have gathered them.
Yeah. So, hey, people seek out the Holy Scriptures, man. Seek out of the book of the Lord and read. None shall want her mate. And he said, what? Is that last part again?
And none shall want her mate, for my mouth it have commanded, and his spirit it have gathered them.
Right. For the Lord's mouth had commanded. These are the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And it said in his spirit it have gathered them. It was through the preaching of this word that the flock was gathered, man. Okay, through the preaching of the word going out, through the apostles and elders being out there, is how this whole thing was even established. All right, so it's like he said, this is the foundation. This is where you're supposed to, you know, base everything off from, man. Not just like you said. He said, yeah, you know, talk about knowledge. Well, what knowledge?
Facts.
We just read, you know,
where can I get this knowledge?
You're ever learning. You got all these books and mathematical equations and science, but who are you?
Right. I didn't know his, you know, I don't know his angle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was. I mean, you know, he wanted to build, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was going to try and show us that he knew.
Yeah.
Something with his girl on the phone or what. But I mean, well, he knew who the Israelites. He knew who was in the scriptures.
Yeah.
So I guess he had some kind of respect. Maybe he wanted to say, nah, maybe you need to learn about the Bible from these guys. But even he learned something too. Now, I don't know his angle.
Yeah.
But maybe, you know, when they go walk away.
It would have took time to know the angle.
Yeah.
He knew. He was like, if he didn't, you know, he asked the question. He was like, say what Israel, you know, what it means, you know. So,
you know, because you know, you gotta take it.
Right.
You know,
I got a few other people.
Oh, you got it.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 11. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which the Most High giveth, that the Most High in all things may be glorified through Yahushua HaMashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen.
Right.
Yeah, well, yeah. You know, we do all things to really glorify Yahweh Yahushua. You know, for edification. Something about his truth has to be brought to the forefront. You know, because a lot of misconceptions about the Bible is out there amongst conscious community, you know, the conscious community.
Yeah.
Sure,
right? Whether it's 5%, whether it's Pan-Africanism or whatever. You know,
colleges.
without going deep with research. When it's like, okay, we can speak about the English language and the spell words, and we can go into all the semantics of it, right? But at the end of the day, the Bible isn't an English book.
Right.
It's an ancient Hebrew book. So you have to, so unless you can bring out your same point in the original language, which we can easily go to the bookstore around the corner and find a Hebrew Bible, a Christian bookstore, find a Bible, order them online and get a Hebrew Bible. It's not hard to get. You know, put it up on a phone. So if you can read it and understand it and bring out your same point and say that Israel means Isis, Ra, and El, and it pertains to a whole other God and philosophy, then that's one thing. But when you break it down and you bring it back to Hebrew, and you break that word down, it ain't got nothing to do with Isis, Ra, El. It nothing to do, unless, and you know, they say, well, Israel means Isis, Ra, El, it comes from Egypt, you know. But our people they claim to pertain back to Egypt. So you saying that there's something wrong with that? It's like when you put their logic on the scale, right? It doesn't hold no weight to when you put their Bible on that scale. And this word is heavy, man.
Right. But then like they're trying to say the Lord, the story of Yahushua goes back to Egyptian. Right. You know, the virgins and stuff like that. That's why I was saying to write about the word. Right. Yahushua, it wasn't the word. That was the concept. Oh, I remember you want to ask you. All nations had their mythologies. You know, when you look at the word mythology, I think the word mythos. I looked at a while back. I already looked into it, but mythos deals with truth. So they all had their belief system in truth. They were called mythology, which it is false, but they actually were all those things true. Now, some of those things actually were somewhat omens of a return of a deity that will bring peace. Now they do these things on the left-hand side through their idols, which speak about the gods of the nations of idols, but the Lord created the heavens. But I just say all this to say, they don't have the full truth. They had certain points in these different nations that was certain wisdom. Like you had the wisdom of Confucius. There's some good wisdom out there. There's some good wisdom from Confucius and Plato.
Truth is true. You know, 1+1 is always.
But the thing is that this is the totality of it. Everything else it's like you speak about a form of it.
Why? It's just their little.
It's a form of godliness. It's a form of truth, but it's not the full truth.
Not the truth.
They got fragments of it.
Fragments,
But you said we talk about the full thing is it'll go back to the scriptures.
The key thing is prophecy.
Hey, that's fear.
But prophecy, right? You know, depending on, because depending on if he would stay a little bit longer after we brought out the Israel thing, you know, because you got to kind of let him think, and then we can go. So now we can take it back to prophecy. Are there any prophecies that Muhammad and the 5%ers have ever brought out that came true? So what about, is there anything in the Bible that was written that came true? You know, and that's where we would have strayed back to where we was in. You know, I would have swung it back that way. You know, but we can go back now. Prophecy. Bible prophecy is the key. You know, there's a lot of Hebrew Israelites that have been around for years, Old Testament, but they don't really bring out the prophecies. Right. Then you have the Israelites that pertain to prophecies, which came out of the West, and that's been blowing up all over the world for decades. You know, yeah, you still got the Black Panther Party, and you even got white supremacists, and you got your 5%ers and certain, black culture movement still out there, but they've all either had their time or their philosophy is dying out. It's dying out. So when you do see them on these platforms, it's always a versus the Bible, versus the, Islam versus the Hebrew Israelite, the Bible on trial, certain Christian scholars, right. They got to attach to the Bible or the Hebrew Israelites.
Parasites. When you look at the term parasite, it means parasiticos to eat at another table.
this is the true table, and they always want to try to pick this and critique that. But you can't critique the scriptures. The scriptures, Psalm 12 and 6. Right. I get that.
Psalms 12 and 6. The words of the Lord are pure words,
And silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times.
Right. The words of the Lord are pure. Pure. Right?
Yep.
Pure. So pure. Like the Harvey clean. Right? The bond, right? Pure. Meaning it's all 100% non-GMO, organic. You can't add to it. You can't take it away. Right? Like I mentioned that to the brother about adding certain things and taking certain things away. Examples. And he can do his own research on that. The point was to plant the seed. So now, right? And it says the key part of that verse that you read was try. When you try the Bible, when you try these words in this book, you're going to find that you can't debunk it. You can't downplay it. Now, you got.
No, I was just speaking about, like you said, to rightly divide the word of truth. And it tells you in Sirach about how painstaking, how the understanding of this truth is from glory to glory. See, first and foremost, you got to be sincere. These guys study the scriptures already with a preconceived notion of trying to debunk. So you already gonna come up with your, you're gonna conceptualize things in the notion of biasness. They're biasly reading the scriptures, trying to figure out some type of angle, to downplay it. Oh, David was a homosexual because him and Jonathan said that he loved him more than he got more love than niggas say that in the streets. Yeah. But that don't mean it's actually a form of homosexuality. It's just the embracement of, you got comrades that'll stick closer to you through the thick and thin, rather than a woman, because a woman is there for a season, bro. Right? Well, but that's where you have layman's terms. A layman is commoner speech, but these scriptures is king speech. It's what Jay can't comprehend. Really? They get choked up.
Really, the Bible is not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
That's why when you go back to the history of the scriptures, until around the time of King James, the Bible was only meant for the clergy, the priests, the monks, those in the Catholic Church. The regular people, they didn't study the scriptures like that. That's why it took some. Listen, when you got into the Bible, you studied it. That's what Christopher Columbus did. Yeah, he studied the Apocrypha. He found out. He went into Ezra. He found out that the other Israelite tribes were over in the area. Right? Didn't no average citizen in the medieval world do that. That came through a man that had a certain amount of status. He had a certain amount of funding. He had a certain amount of access to certain records and books, including the Bible, to find these things out and search them out. The Bible wasn't for everybody. And really, to be honest, it's still not for everybody. Yeah. Okay? Right. There's certain spiritual secrets that the Heavenly Father, through Yahweh Shai, only opens up to his chosen elect. Right. If you're not chosen, then you can't get the full understanding. You can read the history, you can read certain chronicle events, right? But you're not going to get, like we say, the full understanding, 100% truth, without being chosen as the elect.
Yeah. Just like how Apostle Paul always speaks about it, the church of the firstborn and the first fruits, because the elect are the ones to be the true stewards of this thing. Starting off with the 10 of Judah, understanding the 12 tribes and where you stand and where you are for the truth's sake, and then representing this truth according to the truth as is. Keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. That's how wisdom is open unto you, because it says that it hides from you. Wisdom ain't just given to any joke off the street. Like, you want some wisdom to leap into your soul? Nah, it don't work like that. It's trials, errors, understanding. Like you had the Church of Bridge. It was heavily getting into the scripts. And just like Paul, if it was dissensions they had, they go back to Jerusalem. You know, they get on the horses and carriage, and they have to go all the way back to the elders of the churches. You know, the pillars, Peter, James, and John, to get higher, you know, understanding, to magnify their office. It was work. You know, it wasn't just something, you know, it was a lifestyle. It was from the beginning of their life, when the administration of the Spirit was unto them, to the end of their administration, whether it was death or die peaceably, they was dedicated to the Scriptures.
I got precept for you too, Marlon. This Psalms chapter 111, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments, his praise endure forever.
A good understanding has a man that fears the Lord and does his commandments. Right? A good understanding has a son that fears his father and does what his father tells him to do. Okay? You know how much of a proper man, a proper son you can build when you have a son that listens to you?
Right.
You know how much better of a productive person he'll be in society if you have a son that listened to a father that had a certain level of wisdom and understanding, a certain level of humility, sternness, firmness, conviction in the truth. That's what makes, you know, they say the model citizen.
Yeah. And that's the scripture. If I can read it for you.
Yeah, come on, yeah.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Now, the way that a child should go according to the Bible is to follow the Bible, follow the commandments. You train an Israelite child to follow the commandments, right? When he gets older, okay, that's going to be a part of his culture. That's going to be a part of his MO, a part of his behavior pattern is going to keep the commandments. Even though we're in captivity. You can even go in the Romans, the 3rd chapter, you got to get it, but but what does it say? It says that, matter of fact, we can get it. Romans 3, it's about 13, about how the Gentiles do the things pertaining to the law.
Oh, naturally.
Yeah, naturally, yeah. After all those generations, we have, even today, you have Israelites that still keep the commandments, whether they know it or not, because that's a part of us as an upbringing. When I grow up, I ain't got no tattoos. I ain't got no tattoos. I ain't never, none of that. Why? Because that was in my spirit. I knew it wasn't right.
Well, you commit adultery. You know, you would.
Yeah, I never dealt with none.
You knew that shit wasn't right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit don't feel right.
Certain things you do, your conscience will convict you. Yeah. You know you're being a nigga. And that's why I take drugs. I remember Howard said, they noticed other living in the world, we didn't know the truth. But there were certain things about us, there were like little sparks of righteousness, like
certain behaviors.
Certain behaviors, like we kind of knew some things was off, like, you know, because you said it was always there, you know.
Yes. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 2 and verse. Ecclesiastes 2 and 15. They that fear the Lord Yahweh will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. The key is if you fear the Lord. If you fear the Lord, you're going to do the right thing. If you have a certain reverence for the power, that's why the Lord, when he came to Israel through Moses and when he was in the wilderness, he had to make sure he showed his power. Because you can't have reverence for something you don't respect. And one thing that everybody respects about all nations is men and women and children respect power.
Because the word is a force. You know, that's why it says to sharpen any two-edged sword. You know, most of these people, they know something, but I don't mean it the whole way in the spirit. Right. You know?
Like you have the elites, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. They hold power because what? They understand the mysteries of the truth, and they shroud it. You know, they pretty much try to conserve it.
In order for themselves, and then they lie to everybody.
And then they lie to the masses, but they know the truth.
Yeah.
The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the elitists. You know, they're the elect on the left. The word elite means the elect.
Because you gotta know the truth to hide the truth.
You gotta know the truth to hide the truth. In order to be a deceiver, you gotta know the truth. Satan knows the truth. You know, they have this one book, which I always go into because we went to it recently, me and a few brothers, How to Outwit the Devil. And he pretty much was going to his whole MO, and he was like, you know, you ain't gonna be able to make adjustments anyway because you a subject, you know. But I do these different things. I put poison in the air. I put poison in the minds of the children. I put poison in the relationship, you know. And in order to exercise these things out, you have to be in the peace. He pretty much said you have to be in the truth. You gotta know your power. You gotta know your purpose. You gotta be anchored in that, and you gotta be objective minded, not subjective minded. If not, you pretty much gonna get caught up on the word.
Hey, if you're not there with it, they put in all the fails of movies, Get Out. It's like we gonna put it in front of your face. You still can't do shit about it. That's crazy. That's shows you what you talking about. That's what you talking about.
That's power. That's power. In order to be power on the left, you gotta have power on the right.
I had two real quick. First one's on here. It's Sirach, if you guys get 19 and verse 18. Excuse me. It says the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love. So yeah, fear of the Lord. He said brothers going into fear of the Lord, you know, basically right it in. Fear creates a threshold to where I'm not going to do that because I fear what the Lord's going to do to me. Okay, it creates a barrier, boundary. That's the first step. You got to be accepting of the Lord. You got to fear him first.
What's another inherent fear that all people possess? Failing.
Yeah.
Failing. When you fear to fail, that creates a certain it should create a certain motivation for you to do the right thing. But what does that ultimately bring? It brings a standard. If you fear, because what's sin? Sin is what? Failing to meet the mark.
Right.
Transgression. Right? So you want to, instead of failing and keeping the commandments, right? And in return you get a consequence, which is, you know, whether destruction or whatever the Lord bring a plague upon you, you're going to say, you know what? I don't want to be a failure. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Let me say this. I fear to be a failure. Right. I fear to be a failure. Right? So I'm going to hold myself to the standard of doing the right thing that the Lord wants me to do. Because, number one, he says he'll love me if I gain wisdom to keep doing the right thing. And he'll exalt me and bless me. So then you will have a certain level of glory and praise from the Lord. So we talking about rejoicing in the Lord himself alone.
We always talk about, you know, like Paul spoke about this being like a sport. If you look at a lot of athletes, they have a hyper competitive mentality, but their whole thing is they don't want to fail within. You know, they just project it around individuals because they understand the concept of competition. Right. But they know they're their greatest competition. Yeah. You know, what they do off the court is somewhat, some of the stuff they do off the court is more difficult than what they're doing on the court. You know, the aggression of the practice and getting up and discipline early. Look at boxers, all the stuff that they have to do before the actual exchange or the bout that they're going into. The background work was what was most important is just displayed on the forefront. You know, and their whole thing is what, like you said, not failing because they might have a father, they have individuals, and they have a certain expectation. They know their potential. You know, like us, we Israelites, so we come into the Yasha Allah, the princes of the power. We have the most potential on the face of the earth. And we know that for a fact. Because we speak about what? Jacob is the former of all things. ILS was built for the Native Americans. These people
They just eat off of the fruit of our labor. You know? But we know from grassroots of this whole world as you know it, it was built off of our backs. You know?
It's Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. But without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Yeah. Faith. If you don't believe that the Lord is all powerful, then you won't fear him. If you don't believe that the Lord is all powerful, then you won't believe in him. You won't reverence him. You won't believe he's going to give you back. Because if I'm all powerful, right? For example, right? If we had the power to do whatever we wanted, and you have somebody that didn't have that power, they're going to fear you, but they also will have to believe in you because you hold the key to something they want. Israel's desire, right? The desire of Israel is to come into the kingdom and be blessed, right? To have some kind of belief. That's why we seek it out here in this world, because Satan to give it to us, right? But it's tainted. But what we really desire, pursuant to 1 Corinthians 11 chapter, right? Seeking the truth, right? You know, what we really desire in the Lord, that can only come through us understanding that only the Lord can give it to us. When you're trying to obtain a level of peace or prosperity without the one that can offer you peace and prosperity, the one who created it. Like, for example, even drug dealers, eventually they want to be the big man. They start off as the little man, but they want to be the big man, right? But as a little man, they got to go to the middle man. So at some point, you got to cut off the middle man so you can get to the big man. Well, Esau right now is the damn middle man. It's not the curse to say we got to go to the Lord for the want of all things. I'm sorry, go to Esau for the want of all things, right? But no, we want to go to the Lord. So for him, Esau, we cut Esau.
We nourished from the face of the serpent.
Yeah. We're going to cut Esau off of the spirit. We want to go to the Lord, the big man, so to speak, for the want of all things, right? So what did the Most High do? He sent his son. He's going to be the mediator now. Now we ain't got to worry about whether we're going to eat from Esau. No, we pray to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh died. And then we'll get what we, ready.
Say Thessalonians, say this came to mind. Mystery of iniquity doth already work. Yeah. He that let it will let until he be taken out of the way. Yeah. Esau got to be.
You got to be taken out of the way.
Taken out of the way.
Yeah.
The Lord let him do his thing for right now. No. Until he pretty much get judged. That's right.
This is James chapter 3, and I start at verse 15. It says, "This wisdom descended not from above, but is earthly, sensual, and devilish."
Yeah, because even certain things in this world, you might do, and you might feel it as a blessing because you got the feel good factor, or somebody might regard it. You know, like if you stealing, right? You break into somebody's house and you might take $10,000 worth of stuff. You look at that as a come up. You know, niggas say that's coming up, but the retribution is you're gonna get judged. You know, you might feel good. You're gonna be able to party and do certain things with the money that you just took, but nonetheless, that was a transgression. You know, and mass majority of people, they're under that feel good factor, and they think of these things as a blessing, not knowing 2-3 generations down the line, or even in their times, you know, they feel the poison up there, man. Can you reread that?
Right. You'll feel good now, but later on something's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, just like food, right?
Something bad.
Sweetness of food. You know, you might eat sugar. Constantly eating sugar. You know, it feels good, But after you start to reach a certain point of life, your hormones start to be jacked up from that sugar. Digestive system starts to be jacked up from that sugar. Your mind starts to, which you have a brain-gut connection. But when you was first eating sugar, you wasn't feeling those teeth start rotting out. You know, which even with cavities, that it's not even good to have cavities in your mouth. Right. You know? Can you reread that?
James chapter 3 and verse 15. This wisdom descended not from above.
And what the scripture says, knowledge of wickedness isn't real wisdom. It's pseudo wisdom. You know? It's applied, but you don't benefit. You don't benefit from it.
You're supposed to benefit from wisdom. Knowledge of wickedness doesn't benefit you. That's the way of the devil.
It feels like a benefit because you got to come up, but that doesn't mean it's actual, like, you know, like the so-called white. You know, he has built his whole empire off of rape, robbery, murder, lies, theft. You know, he's built the kingdom where the whole world is suffering now. He tells you that Isaiah 29, the animals, the trees, the air, everything is tainted under this man's leadership. You know, so the world is imploding. And after so many generations, say for instance, like these people don't believe in the scriptures. If the Lord isn't coming back, this whole world would just be dead. It'd be over. You know, no flesh will be saved. So the Lord is doing us a major favor, you know, getting this devil up off of our backs. Because he's destroying the earth.
It says, but it's earthly, sensual, devilish. For where envying and strife is, there's confusion, every evil work.
Yeah, so if you worship the devil, the only thing you're going to get is envy, strife. That's no benefit to you. That's not wisdom. That's not good. That's the opposite.
Verse 17, but the wisdom that is from above is pure.
Or they go pure again.
Then peaceable, gentle, and easy to be entreated, full of mercy, with fruits, without partiality, without hypocrisy, and the fruit of righteousness is sown in peace of them that make peace.
Yeah, like that's why everybody can't obtain it too. Pure. Sorry. Let's say wisdom should not get into the malicious. So you got to be a pure individual first before you can even, you know, deal with wisdom of the Most High. That's the thing. Well, I'm going to say, give thyself wholly unto it. You know, because partiality, pretty much, that's just half step. You know, without partiality. You know, as a matter of fact, I'm going to look that up because this world.
Everybody talks about hating even the garment. Hating even the garment spotted by the flesh.
Unfair bias in favor of one thing or person compared with another.
Have respect the person. Respect the person. Because we even have forefathers of Judah, you know, and the respective tribes that was kings, and they was pretty much in anointed seats. But the Lord judged them in that anointing because they wasn't doing what was required to be in that seat. So what? What does it say after that? It brought fear. Because fear is a healthy element. You know, vast majority of people, they don't fear nothing, man. You know, they can do all kind of drugs under this system. You know, they want to, vast majority of people want to gamble that off just so they can just throw fetuses in the trash can like it ain't no tomorrow, man.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm so glad.
You know, what the scripture says, you're not supposed to let your sons and daughters pass through the fire unto Baal, man. Which is a child sacrifice. This is a society that just gives over to child sacrifices. You know, because what? This society gives them license to sin.
Oh yeah. And before y'all keep blaming the black man, all right? We did not vote for Trump.
All right.
We did not vote for Trump. All right. Yeah. We voted for no goddamn violence. All right. So y'all can, you know, take that.
You know what?
No Diddy.
You know what?
Take that.
Hey, they still flip that. Well, y'all ain't vote. That's what we don't even vote. That's a vote for Trump. That don't make no damn sense.
How is that? It's a vote for nobody.
I didn't vote for him, so somehow.
So somehow that we voted for Trump.
What?
Right, spinning the narrative because you lost. But if you
man, listen, man.
Yeah.
Don't nobody want no silly cackling woman over there. No. The elite don't want that. You think the elite gonna give respect? You think, first of all, let's break this shit down. The Illuminati is not about to put no women in office over there. Okay? They have an agenda to accomplish, and they're not about to have it every month. This woman, presidential woman, go crazy. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Got these serious delegates.
And before you say, oh, well, you got women in power in other countries, we're talking about America. We ain't talking about some country America that beat over the head like Germany. We ain't talking about somewhere in the Indonesian islands somewhere. We talking about we talking about the land of the free and the home of the brave. Talking about the great Babylon. But look, she's in power now. Listen, she's in power now. She's the vice president. She was. Listen, you had your twerkathon. Okay, you have the stuff that women wanted. They got. You got it. Like Chris Brown said, you got it, girl. You got it. But it's not the last long. Okay? So we'll see what happens next couple of days.
Yeah, we'll see. Going back to being in the truth,
oh, that was so good.
Isaiah 59 and 14.
Yeah.
And judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. For truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter. Yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment.
Yeah, us. It's just like us. Since we came into the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Shah, spirits is on full scale attack mode. Because this is that beacon of light. We all are looking, like a menorah. You see it? Yeah. Like Yahweh Shah said, in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, which represented the 7 churches. Yeah, we separated from New York, California, but we still all hold upon that same beacon of light, according to the truth. But this devil doesn't want this type of truth to be exercised in the earth because it's pretty much superimposes on his plans, But he's trying to smother that and continue his agenda, but you can't do nothing against the truth before the truth,
It says, and the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. And he saw that there was no man, and wondered that there was no intercessor. Therefore his arm brought salvation unto him, and his righteousness it sustained him. For he put on righteousness as a breastplate, and the helmet of salvation upon his head, and he put on the garments of vengeance for clothing, and was clad with zeal as a cloak.
Yeah, see, that's the power of having a righteous king under his authority and under his rule. Because Yahweh Shah, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, even where we slip at, we have a mediator, that's constantly mediating and actually absolving us from our transgressions where we fall short at. Because at the end of the day, a lot of stuff we are victims of. We are victims in the society. Hell, all these different drugs, these illicit drugs that be in these streets. Who's pumping all these drugs in these low-income housing facilities? Here it is, the worst drug it just falls into the hood.
Somehow
it never goes in the suburb. It just has the suburb just but it just slithers in the hood. Yeah.
Nah, it was Yakub, the big head scientist. He was in the hood, the crack houses. He made crack, methamphetamines, and Yakub, the big head scientist.
This devil works on the left and right, so just like he tells you in Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, he does these different things to go to the Lord. Like, see,
These supposed to be God's chosen people. Why they doing drugs? Why they murdering each other? Why is it so-called black on black crime if these are God's chosen people? Keep us in that position because we're the ones to bring order. No, you're the one that's bringing chaos. You're doing order at chaos. He's creating the problem, reaction, solution. He's creating the problem to justify the means.
Oh, and the reason why he can blame us is because he puts the subliminals out there. He puts the truth out there that we really are the Israelites. But he doesn't do it. He'll do it subliminally, and then he'll blame us, and then he'll say, "Well, I put it in the movies. We are the Israelites, but I'm not gonna
do it
right."
half, try to
He halfway say halfway say what it is.
Wisdom of Solomon 2, and
That's his justification. I forgot. It's a name for it.
Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 17. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the Son of God, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. The word patience means to suffer. And in society, we're pretty much being tortured all the day long. You know, you go through mental sufferings, you know, physical sufferings, ailments, being constantly poisoned, you know. But constantly on. But that's how you know this is all a spiritual trial that we go through, you know, and the Most High really used this devil as a witness thing. Because this devil's heart of hearts, he really believes that he's doing the right thing. Yeah. Now he knows he's the devil. He knows he's the deceiver. But these devils look at, all right, deception is what put the world in order. If these people didn't have us over us, then it would be a higher level of lawlessness.
He thinks God is with him.
He thinks God is with him.
She's like, shit, man, he got to be all right with
which the Most High is with it. Because going back to what the elder said, he let him, he who let him will let. Yeah. So the Lord did let this devil keep them talons. Yeah. Keep them talons on the back of us. Because we was going off, to be honest.
They're wrong is they think it's gonna last forever.
But they think it's
gonna fucked up. That's
they
what
think it's gonna last
forever. The house is whatever. Yeah, so Esau, you set up by the Most High, everything you're doing, you know, basically the Most High authorized. You're playing your role with the devil.
Right.
But it's only for a certain amount of time.
Yep.
A little bit more.
It's like you watch a TV series, you see a particular character on there. It's on there for maybe episode 1, like maybe 7, and they kill them all. That's you. Yeah. Or you just hear from a certain amount of episodes, and then next episode you will be in the kingdom serving the captivity.
The main antagonist.
You're the main. You accuse our brother, the main antagonist, and then that's it. You're only there for a short time.
Because this devil antagonizes us to do wickedness. Your mind be working against you. The scripture says the heart is deceitful above all things. You know? And it also speaks about he that touches pitch shall be defiled. This whole world is really pitch. Yeah. You know? Everything is poison here. Yeah. Which poison comes from the venom. You know, poison is venom from the snake himself. You eat food, but it's not even actually food. It's poison. You think you get nutrition and nourishment, but it's adversarial unto your body. That's why your body starts rejecting, start coughing, hucking up certain stuff, you know. Your stomach be hurt, you know. But you thought you got your daily nutrition.
Yeah. They say this is the valley of the shadow of death. The valley is a low land. This is a low land spiritually. And it's death all around. Like you said, the food, the air, the water, music, everything is just low vibration. That's why it's say
President.
Presidential candidate. But it say rise ye and depart from this natural residence included. It will destroy you. So yeah, man, this place is filthy, man. You know. You got more
Verse 20. Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine and were deceived. So this devil himself is deceived.
For their own wickedness have blinded them. As for the mysteries of the Most High, they knew them not. Neither hope they for the wages of righteousness, nor discern of reward for blameless souls. Yeah, because in this society doing right, you don't get enriched. You don't actually get regarded, as somebody that's somebody. So to speak about the poor man that saved the city in the book of Ecclesiastes. He did some heavy lifting as a poor man. But it speak about how a poor man is not respected. Rich man, you exalt his word to the cloud. Right. But just because you're poor, because your net worth ain't XYZ, it don't matter how much righteousness you do, these people will look down upon you. Right.
Yeah, it shows you that money is not what real power is. The real power is not money. Real power is knowledge. Yeah. That's the real power. The knowledge and the understanding you have, that is what saves. It's presented in this world as if once you have a certain amount of, like you said, net worth or money, whether it's gross or net, once you have a certain amount of money, that equals wealth, right? Because there's some kind of immediate gratification, right? And people want to exalt you and give you a status. But when you have a certain amount of knowledge and understanding, somebody can. That's why hackers. A hacker can come into $1 billion company, hack its system, hack a bank, erase everything, and you ain't worth nothing. Now you a nobody. It's about what you know. A nobody hacker can hack the system, right? That's why they go and these guys, these whistleblowers. Because who has more power? The people with the money or the whistleblowers? Because if that was the case, the whistleblower just take the money to get the power. No, you can have a broke, poor whistleblower that found out the secret to what is really going on, and he can bring down the whole society. Wait a minute, that sounds like the prophets. Oh yeah. Broke, poor, look down upon their society, yet we bringing this whole society down through a word because of our knowledge.
Yep. Real quick, just throwing in, you just said that. It's Sirach, 10 and 23. It says, "It is not meet to despise the poor men that have understanding. Neither is it convenient to magnify a sinful man." Yeah, there you go. It says it's not meet to despise the poor men that have understanding. Like you said, that represents us. We're poor more so in the sense that we're lowly, men of low status. We ain't sitting on no M's.
I ain't got no M's, so I'm poor.
Just regular guys.
I got seeds.
Like when the prophets, they were sheep herders. Yes, they might have had abundance of sheep. But as captivities progressed, really prophets got more and more poor.
We got more.
They got a tap. They was tapped during Yahushua time. Lord was tapped.
Hey, I was gonna say there's a. But was Yahushua a high value man? He didn't have a place to lay his. Listen, some of the men had no place to lay his head. Yahushua wasn't rolling in dough.
That's a good question. Hey,
They say high value man.
He had knowledge. He had skill.
Yeah.
But he didn't have nothing where his knowledge and skill matched his network. His network and his knowledge and skill didn't match up.
He didn't ride on the donkey. He didn't ride on the horse.
He didn't come in on no. He didn't come in riding on no. What's that top horse breed? Yeah, thoroughbred mare. Stallion. Came in on a lowly donkey.
So that's it right there. Like Kevin saying, how like you gotta make this amount of money, you gotta have this, like that. And wait a minute, compare that with Howard Shah and the Lord. Down, nah. Like you said, it's having the wisdom, understanding, and fear of the Lord.
And it was a baby ass.
They trying to be a baby.
It was a baby ass. Yahusha came in on a baby ass into Jerusalem.
But then another thing they'll push is you got to pop all kind of women. That make you alpha. Yeah, Howard Shah was it. You don't get Howard Shah going around busting all kind of women.
Right.
You know?
We had a whole bunch of women slinging.
Because the highest office,
panties everywhere.
the highest office is the one that's anointed and do a direct job unto the Father, man.
Yeah.
The high priest. Yahweh was a high priest under the order of Melchizedek. When you get to the higher level of your status, you ain't worried about all that extra stuff, man. You know, that's just for commoners, man. Commoners, you want to drink the best, you want to eat the. You get on a certain level of the spirit, you ain't worried about all that. Now, the scripture says there's a beauty for a man to eat, drink, and enjoy the fruit of his labor. But at the end of the day, that ain't the name of the game. You know? You could do it. It's like you could do it.
With King Solomon. He said, what? He said, he did all that. He said, basically, it's all vanity. Vanity, vexation, of spirit.
Man, I'll get it.
Yeah, in one translation, it says it's useless.
Yeah.
It's just useless. It ain't worth nothing.
That was the king of Israel. That's Solomon. He said he had 1,000 women.
Somebody came back and he wasn't worried about it.
Yeah. He already did that.
Did Queen Elizabeth take all them riches she stole with her? She died.
Right.
Where is Queen Elizabeth right now? She's in hell now.
Yeah.
She ain't take all that money. She's in the grave. That's what to say. That in Job, the rich and the poor are there.
The rich and the poor. Right.
Oh, she's just in the grave.
It's Proverbs chapter 11, verse 4.
She's in hell.
Proverbs chapter 11, verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death.
Riches, your money. You cannot take no Hellcat, no M's. You can't take that into G-Wagon.
That's what I figured.
You can't take a
Cybertruck.
Cybertruck. You ain't gonna take that Tesla Cybertruck, that Tesla robot with you to the grave.
Damn,
And then you
can't take a Jacob Trump.
You ain't taking it.
shit.
Hey,
You in Jacob's trouble because you got that Tesla truck.
You
got a Cybertruck for, boy.
You watch some apocalyptic movies, you see cars just all
just thinking
Yeah.
As soon as you said the truck, I started thinking of that scene. It's like, no, it's like spiritual power.
Ain't no gas, ain't no power.
My mind's connected. I was just thinking of that. The scene, it's like, that's crazy.
Yeah, leave the world behind.
I am legend.
All them Tesla.
I am legend. You ain't taking that with you when all hell breaks loose. It's gonna be, it's gonna be what you know.
The Holy Spirit resting within your quarters. That's what it's about. Being in the good graces of the Most High and receiving that white stone. Because if you are of that number, no matter what this devil tries to do unto you, he might put you to death. But guess what? At the end of the day, if you are that number, you're getting raised up. So really, you want to touch him. Yeah, you might have got hit up. What like you said? He's asleep. It's one thing if you got judged, in your folly and in your wickedness. But us, we got a spiritual diplomatic ability.
Hey,
if we continue this thing unto the end,
you gotta look at it like Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? When you watch that first Star Wars movie back in the 70s, and Darth Vader they were fighting, and he said, "You strike me down." He told Darth Vader, he said, "You strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you ever imagined." So Darth Vader struck him down, and the only thing that was left was his robes, right? And then he went into the spirit, and he got a spiritual body. He came back, he could interact, he could talk with Luke Skywalker. So Obi-Wan Kenobi got way more powerful, right? Even though he supposedly died, right? So you can think that you taking the Israelite elect member out, putting him to death, but really he's more powerful than you can imagine.
Abel, righteous Abel. Even as devil, we represent Abel, even if he put us to death. Transitory. You can't do nothing against this truth before. Because even when you put a prophet to death, you ain't doing nothing before the prophets. It said that some of you were going to be taught. And the Lord already got brothers spiritually suited up to deal with their judges, just like during the time of Maccabees. So it's like, go ahead and make your move. Every action got a reaction. And that's what makes this devil fear. When he try to push that button, it ain't no turning back. He got to keep going down that tunnel.
Well, and then another thing too, he's not sure if he can cook. He won't be sure. He gonna try it, but there's that. It's a 50-50 chance. Either Esau gonna take certain men out, or he ain't. And if he can't, he can't do everybody. But the ones he come after, the majority of them he can't do it. He's fucked. He's fucked. Esau, you're fucked. Yep. There'll be some standing here that shall not taste the death. So this double thing, he's gonna try to take out the men of the Lord and destroy everybody, but you ain't gonna do it. And that's when you're really gonna. That's when you're gonna know true fear.
Standard, yo. I got a precept. This 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 14. For if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahushua will the Most High bring with him. Verse 15. For we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Yahushua shall rise first.
Right, so when you sleep, right? Sleep and death is two different things. When you're dead, you don't come back. But when you sleep, what do? You wake up. That's what. You said that in my ear too. That's what.
Dirt nap, man. That's why we share fear.
You take a dirt
We got
nap.
no excuse to fear.
That's often that he would use that. They would use that verbiage.
That's why he uses. That's why you sleep. Right. Now, of course, it's in the dead in the house.
Yeah, right.
Of course, because physically, but really, that sleep, because the spirit don't die.
Right.
Well, I think with Eutychus, when he fell from that tower, I think they were saying that he just sleep. I forget how they worded it. But even the prophets, when certain things happened, they wasn't even tripping, man. Yeah. You know, because they feared Yahweh Shai, and they knew that everything was of the Most High. And if they were doing righteously in His stead, like Paul said, I'm confident in the hope. It was on a high level. Yahweh Shai, when he was, I was meditating on that earlier this week. Yahweh Shai with the winds, those fierce winds that were rocking the ship. And the Lord wasn't even, he wasn't moved by that. The disciples was.
I'm just like,
He just rocking and rolling like it's what they call it. Like a little cruise ship, man. Yeah, because they thought that the fierce wind, because it was a spirit in the wind.
I was irritated with him too.
Yeah, he was hot.
He probably was getting the best sleep on that boat. And that storm came and they woke him up. Man, you know
the daddy's not about to die, man. That's like, we had airplanes and shit,
Yeah, but that's faith. Faith trumps all. At the end of the day, when you believe wholeheartedly in the Most High, the Lord can do things with you, man. You know, Scripture says, without faith, it's impossible to please Him. So with abundance of faith, you can Lord, like, I can take you to some stuff now. You know, because at the end of the day, you believe in me, and I likewise. It's like it's interchangeable. I believe in you. Like with Abraham, he was known as a friend of the Most High. Faithful Abraham. Right. So he's like, all right, I can take you to some paths, and you ain't gonna be tripping and cussing me out in the process of it, you know.
He said, I don't call y'all servants, I call y'all friends.
I call y'all friends. Because at the end of the day, everything was orchestrated through the Spirit, and they wasn't looking for the abundance of things in the world. They just wanted to serve the Most High. And that comes with the territory of the service. Making those progressions, whether it's hardship, Paul spoke about that in Corinthians. You know, going through troubles, his own countrymen, doubt, heathen, that type of hell, the common person would drop out of the race. But those men, they were being fueled up. They were being charged up by the oppression. They were being charged up by the hell that they caught, because they knew at the end of the day, all those things were for a higher purpose, even above them. it was a service in the heavens. That's why even to the point of death, they didn't look at it like, oh man, I gotta down there lose my family. You know, doing all that. They were like, nah. At the end of the day, you kill me, you kill us. You ain't doing nothing but doing this. You still servicing the Lord. You know.
Hey, look, yeah, you got it. I want to read it down.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 2. It says, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace.
You know, so you speak about Isaiah 57. So when the righteous perish, none considering the evils to come. Those men got to sleep. Their lives were pretty much stressed. You know, it even tells you that life will continue with sickness. Heart deferred makes the heart sick. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. So technically, you're kind of sick in this society. You're sick in this society. You know, because at the end of the day, we want better, but we still stuck in this plane. You know, not that we actually desire death, but sometimes you know you be doing anything like, look, man, I just want to go home, man. The Lord still keep you in the faith. Pastor Hart did a video on that a couple of weeks ago. Went to that scripture, open the word, the heart sick. So he said that's why we are certain brothers, you know, suffer with anxiety or depression. We're depressed because we want to see the kingdom, but it keeps seeming like you know, that's why certain brothers deal with that because we want to get the hell out of here.
Right. I mentioned that earlier. Like, man, we want to see the kingdom.
You know?
But if you don't fear the Lord, and you continue to be rebellious, that means you crashing out. You're going to be crashing out. They're going to be crashing out. That's really what a lot of these Israelite groups are doing. They crashing out.
Yeah.
So they trying to bring the kingdom now. That's why they got the money and trying to make the money.
They want the gratification.
Yeah.
Right. They want the consolation and gratification now. That's spiritually crashing out because you ain't patient. You ain't waiting.
That's what Judas' whole thing. Judas was a crash out. Because Judas' whole thing was take the bag, get the Romans to come down, and you know let things ensue. If that's really Yahweh Shah, the Son of Man, he gonna be able to get us lifted up. But if not, so he was a crash out.
Yeah, he was.
And he crashed out. I was thinking about that even earlier this week. How he committed suicide when everything went down. So he was like, Spirit condemned him. In his heart of hearts, he thought he was doing something to help accelerate it, but the Lord didn't say to do those things. Like these cats.
Got Satan on him.
Yeah, Satan on him.
Then Satan left him.
Son of perdition.
And then Satan left him and jumped on him, then jumped right back off there. Right? I want to read this because we were talking about about when the disciples were asking about Yahweh Shai, about the storms and stuff coming.
Yeah.
But I got to read it in the Patois version.
Oh,
hey. Alright. Because certainly Yahweh Shai was irritated because it takes faith. If you don't have a certain level of faith, when all hell breaks loose and the storms come, then you're going to be a crash out. Right? So this is I need a bigger mic. I had a bigger mic. So listen to this. This is Matthew 8. This is Matthew 8 and 23. Right? It says, Yahweh Shai and his guys go inside one boat. I'm reading it for faith. Then had one big storm over there, and the waves bust over the boat. But Yahweh Shai still yet stay sleeping. His guys go wake him up and tell him, hey, boss, get us out of this. We gone mucking. But he tell, how come you guys ask? You guys only trust me a little bit or what? Because they woke him up.
Little faith. Little faith.
He said, but he tell, how come you guys ask?
That's Jake too.
Yep.
Yo, man. Like, man, y'all with the Son of Man. I'm the anointed, man. Ain't no way for to take me out of this thing. That's little. That's little problems. Right. The bigger stuff, going to the gate, like you speak about the gates of the nobles. If you trust in the Lord, you like, yo, nah, this. Even what we going through now, you like, man, like with the jab.
Like, all right, he's like, man, come on, we gotta pass.
That jab was just here to punch these people out. That's like, nah, that jab wasn't here to touch us. So even certain judgments, they really ain't, you know. It's like it's spiritual. It's like we always gotta believe how this is how he's with them in the shit. We gotta believe like how Shaw's with us in this situation. It's like, nah, nothing happened. It can't happen, you know. How Shaw's, you know. They trust in the Lord. Trust in the Lord. It's a rock. He that trusts in the Lord was confounded. Call upon his name.
I'm doing my worst Benjamin. Right, but I'm gonna finish it out. It says, but he tells, how come you guys only trust me a little bit or what? Then he get up. He scolded all the winds and the waves. Then everything come calm. These guys, that blow their mind. And they tell, hey, where this guy from? Even the winds and the waves do what he tell them to do. So basically, you gotta think. Now read it.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
that's how you know, Jake. Hey, Jake. Man, you know who told me about that version? The nigga.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You gotta read the precept. I'm sorry. But my point was, when you read it, like in that verse, you can tell how irritated y'all was. Like, y'all don't believe me, y'all believe me a little bit. They ain't got no faith. And then when he did it, it blew their mind.
Like, I ain't taking y'all this far for the down no shit. Exactly.
Yeah, like, hey, man. Now we gonna down the ship? Nah, that's not the purpose, man. Come on, y'all gotta have way more faith than that.
This 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation.
There you go.
And to reserve the unjust until the day of judgment to be punished.
So the same thing that a righteous man will suffer, he'll live, that a common person just drops straight dead from. You know, even with the sickness, when that sickness outbreak came, yeah, certain brothers they got tapped, you know, not dropped. But some of us brothers got at 19. You know, scriptures even speak about you shall drink poison and live. Some of us brothers have you know, really should be dead or dead, so to speak. Yeah. You know, certain brothers have degenerative sicknesses, you know, whether they were growing up and they were genetic and things of that nature, but the mercy of the Lord. It even tells you during Hezekiah how the Lord extended Hezekiah's lifespan. So the Lord can judge you, and the Lord can retract that judgment. And the same token, it's all according to the Most High. You know, that's why trusting the Lord, that's the name of the game. You know, and praying to the Lord, asking for mercy, to show mercy to David. The things that King David did, anybody else would have got put to death, man. The amount of transgressions, like he wasn't a habitual transgressor, but the transgressions he did was worthy of death.
Right.
You know, but the Lord still allowed King David, and King David died peacefully. Usually when a man does transgression like that, they'll die from sickness, a harsh judgment, death, violence. You know, you can look on certain Bible, even with the kings of Israel, you know, they was getting hit up whether it was war or certain type of sickness or pestilence. That's how they died, to show that it was judgment of the Most High. But King David died peacefully. In the end, remember that woman was there to comfort him in his, you know, but his energy was dilapidated, showing his spirit was leaving. But he still died peacefully. King David didn't die on the battlefield or anything like that. You know, harsh tormented death. So us coming up under the tabernacle of David, the Lord still receives us, you know, he's still giving us sure mercy. Not saying that we can't die in different aspects and things of that nature, but it's still a level of mercy the Lord shows brothers. You know, because you have, you know, King Masha, you have grimace niggas, you know, that from what we understand, take a judgment in their own hands, and they but that goes back to the scripture, Jerusalem, that kills the prophets. So righteous men were being killed in the same token too, you know.
The Lord gonna raise them up.
Right? But they sleep.
That was a Creole Bible, by the way.
That's Creole Bible.
Yeah, so we're in the time of the Lord raising up the men of the Lord, raising up the prophets. Right? And these coming last days, because we gotta be in the last days, then the Trump back in. And you know what's key about that? Show you that the elite have an affinity for this guy. The man ran 3 times.
Right, yeah.
He ran in 2016, won. Ran in 2020, lost. Right? But the Democratic Party was so finished, they had to let him back in there. So he ran this time and still won. But that goes back to what I said before. If you look at the American presidential terms, the last about 40 years, I say, over 40 years, right? 30 years. Clinton, how many terms he did? Right? How many terms? And what was Clinton?
Democrat.
Who was after Clinton?
Bush.
Baby Bush. How many terms Baby Bush did? What was he? Who was after him? How many terms he did? What was he?
Democrat.
Who was after him? Right? How many terms? What term is he on now? There you go. You gotta peep these niggas patterns.
This is the money.
That's it. Listen, bro. They're using witchcraft on these people. They hit, you know what I'm saying? They all of them. Started with George H.W. Bush. The New World Order was established. He announced it, 91. The next president after Bush, they put Clinton in. All the presidents after that had 2 terms. They all had 2 terms. Democrat and Republican. The elite know what they doing. These people out here, they lost. They lost.
But they keep hitting them back and forth, and they keeping them in that state of hypnosis, that limbo. Whenever you keep getting hit back and forth, and you're going up and down, push. They call push-pull manipulation. When you bringing somebody close, push somebody close.
That's why they let body get in.
Push and pulling. That's a form of manipulation. Like if women do that, they'll bring you close and they act like they want you, and they push you away. You're like, what the fuck wrong with this chick?
Yeah, I hate that.
Then they end up doing something. You're like, I might be able to. This yet cold. You're like, yo,
on purpose. It's like,
if you don't know that, your head start to get wrung out.
And then they want you to figure them out. No.
So the government does the same thing of push and pull. We're gonna promise you this. We're gonna keep you under this democratic safety, and then now we got the villain in office. But now to save the day, he's a master manipulator.
And that's so it was even more demonic for them to put Obama in. This is make y'all niggas shut up on Obama.
And then the Democratic Party is not entertaining. They're not entertaining. The only thing we would have laughed at with Kamala Harris is how much disrespect she gonna get from the other one.
They hanging the phone up in her face.
Imagine Putin on the phone with Kamala Harris. Fuck out of here.
Terrible.
At least say, nah, bitch, move out of here. Trump, go ahead. But we'll see if he actually sit down.
Yeah. Like it happens to him now.
Yeah.
You never know what This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Excuse me. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
We ain't stupid. That's what that scripture says.
Yeah.
We know stupid. We ain't stupid.
See
What scripture was that?
2 Corinthians 2:11.
But the mentality of keep doing the same tactic, that'll just tearing these people's minds apart, man. Tearing up families, tearing up nations, tearing the nation apart. Now you see the divide is getting deeper and deeper and deeper, especially even amongst our people.
Yeah.
You know, because Satan is doing these different things to keep the people in that frenzy, man.
Oh no. Prophecy. I would set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Isaiah 19. That's a form of that.
Because portions of I think you had northern Egypt and southern Egypt war a few times. So even the Democratic and the Republicans choosing one side over the next is still a mental and social system. Most people they look at Republicans or Democrats as their real family. They'll be in the Democratic group. If you're a family member and you're a Republican, they look at you like a sellout. You're a traitor. In their eyes, you know.
I was watching a video of this guy. He was filming himself walking around. I don't know what city. I don't know. He was in New York, somewhere, some city. He's walking around with the red MAGA hat on, filming his reactions. Everybody was giving this nigga the look. You know, that's part of that divide. Just by wearing a hat, people are, you know.
You know what's crazy? Prior to Kamala and this whole women pride campaign that she had going on, niggas wanted Trump back in there. Black women wanted Trump back in there. Jake wanted Trump back in there. Everybody wanted Trump back in there. They were using the stimulus package. But then when somehow, some way, they prop up this cackling thorn bush, Kamala Harris, and then they switch. Y'all are a bunch of, hey man, you niggas are a bunch of bandwagon.
Yeah, a bunch of bandwagon.
Bandwagon. Oh, well, we got somebody black. She's not Obama, but we'll take her. That's all niggas did.
Yeah.
Y'all wanted Trump back in there so bad. Everybody, man, all kind of things was calling him Sleepy Joe. They was using Trump words.
Right.
Now that Trump's in there, right? Now you looking at niggas crazy. This is why the world gonna destroy 2/3 of niggas in America. They gotta go.
This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt.
Right. Egypt today is America. Right. Egypt is double straits. Marchisarium. That was the, like I said, that was the house of bondage. Israel in the past. America is the same thing today.
Space means hard times.
Hard times. Right.
Between a rock and a hard place.
Right.
That's what we're in. Yeah, we in a difficult situation in this spiritual Egypt.
Right. And it said, what was it, verse 2?
Oh, not yet. It says, Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt.
Yeah, that swift cloud is that chariot, right? So-called UFO. All right, the Lord said, "Well, I will turn and not meet thee as a man."
Yeah.
Or say, "Behold, he cometh from clouds, and every eye shall see him." Oh, that links with Zechariah 5. Which speaks about the flying roll. You read down, it says that what? This is the curse that covereth the whole earth. I'm paraphrasing it, but it says, "It shall go and enter into the house of the thief." House of the thief was Esau. He stole everything. He stole America. His house is America. All right, this is his capital. This is his hub. So that's Yahweh Shai coming with the so-called UFO, right?
And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Yep,
and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Verse 2.
Right, the heart of Egypt shall melt. The heart represents the mind, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It's going to fail. Like I think the scripture came up with the chapter, I think the Psalm said, "Lord said, I will set them in slippery places." Right? Meaning they don't have that footing. They don't have no direction. That wisdom that they had is failing them. The demons that they used to communicate with, get responses, that's all being taken away. Right?
God is saying, I was doing God's thing out of
Yeah. That's right. So your wisdom is failing, man. All right. What did it say? The sun and the moon shall be darkened. All right. Go ahead. Which symbolic for the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that is in place, man. Go Go ahead. It's constantly with the go ahead.
It's Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight one against his brother, and one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against
There you
kingdom.
go. So we just went into that briefly. That's an example of that with these Democrats and the Republicans, man. Liberals against the conservatives. You know, you even had they was not rioting, but they had a protest somewhere. I think it was in Chicago. People out there protesting because Trump got elected back as president. You got women shaving their head on the internet, crying, screaming at the top of their damn lungs. All right, you got people ending their relationship, getting divorces, leaving you got family members cutting each other off, all because you voted for the opposite candidate, man. See, so that's a part of that. But then it's going to escalate even more. You know, so it's going to get more severe. This is going to get violent, man. When the citizens, the American citizens, going to be fighting against one another, man. All right, Civil War. Yeah. Okay, you got that spirit out there.
Yeah.
You know, you got certain states. That's always in the news when it talks to certain states like Texas and Florida. Separating from the rest of the, you know, so that's always out there, man. Yeah. But with this Democrat Republican thing, that's a part of the Egyptians being against each other. Okay, yeah.
Isaiah chapter 19, verse 3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards.
That's right. Yeah, like I said, all right, this place is failing. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, we quoted that earlier. It's Sirach. I think it's Sirach 22 or 19. It said that knowledge of wisdom is not how it's worded. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. All right, it's not gonna hold up in these times, man. Right. All right, you was consulting with these witches and warlocks and demons, and you know it's not the same no more. That access is being cut off by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So now you in a limbo. You good, bro? All right, this place is falling, man.
Isaiah chapter 19, verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give over into the land of a cruel Lord, right. And a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts.
That's right. Which if I'm not mistaken, when you go back into the history, I think that's talking about Nebuchadnezzar. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. But you can apply that today. That cruel Lord being Yahushua. He's that cruel Lord. The Lord's going to save this place, man. Help bring this place down. What? Through the fire. Okay, you got the fire from it's going to come by the way of World War III. I think it's I gotta look it up. But you know that goes to history. Right. Okay. Well, that might. I got look it up. But anyway, nonetheless, Egypt is America, man. This place is marked for judgment. Okay. When Yahushua returned, this place is going to go down. Prior to that, we're going to have what? Wars, we're going to have tensions, you know, as far as the people, like Israel Egyptians against the Egyptians. Okay. Uprisings of the people into the second heaven. All these things is coming to pass, man. All right, in America, only got so much time left. Okay, you have some, if not, Revelations 11 and what you got? Spirit. Yeah. Spirit. You got it.
Yep. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Yeah. That's right there. Yep, that's it. That great city, which is America, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. All right? Why is it called spiritually Sodom? Well, that's self-explanatory. Right. Why this place is synonymous with Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, all the damn freakism and
right. Think of Atlanta, Las Vegas, Miami.
Yeah.
The capitals of that freak is
That's right. That's right. It's a big cesspool of filth and lewdness. Okay? It is really called Jesus because this is the house of bondage. The Israelites, like it was in ancient Egypt, man. Right? We're still captive to this man, Esau. All right? And dead bodies, that's twofold. Our people are in a dead state because they don't have this truth. Right? We say, he that wandered by the way to understand it. Communication of the dead, so we're in a dead state spiritually. But amazing Israelites has to die here, man. So Esau got a lot of blood on his hands. Which is another reason why the judgment is going to come. All right, to you is because it says what in Numbers that what's that? Numbers 35. It said that basically the land can't be cleansed. It said that basically had blood from that shedded, basically. So blood from that shedded, right? Esau, man.
By his blood.
All right. Yeah, by his blood. So your blood is going to cleanse this place, man.
Ezekiel, blood.
Yep.
Even blood shall pursue you. Woo!
Yeah.
Since thou hast not hated blood,
yeah.
even blood shall pursue you.
Blood shall pursue. Yeah, that's right, man. So you Edomites, you got it coming, man. Trump is not going to save you out of it. Okay, the Republican Party's not going to save you out of it. Goddamn Democrats. You know, like brother said, it's all rigged anyway, man. It's all set up, you know, by the elites. And ultimately, the Heavenly Father is in control of the whole situation.
We are living in WWF.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was, but somebody said Vince McMahon left WWF to write the script for the world geopolitics, man.
Oh man.
You know?
Oh, see that? Hey, I don't know if you watched that the new Netflix documentary.
No.
Bro, you won't like that. That's right up your alley. When the Bay Area brothers who's watching it, yeah, it's good. Go into that. How it's all how he was doing. Vince, we should look back at the scripture, but Vince McMahon would use like real life scenarios. He'll use it in wrestling.
Yeah.
Like if something's happening in his personal life, I think back in like the 80s, America and Iran had some Hulk Hogan, Iron Sheik, they had like Sergeant Slaughter. You know, he'd be like the American military. So everything he did, he incorporated like real life. You know, it's a bad series. You watch it.
I forgot the name of their tag team or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like a whole thing. You know.
But then they eventually had to stop it because it was actually getting like what was it? Somebody was getting death threats. Either Sergeant Slaughter or Iron Sheik was getting like because they thought it was like real. You know, they just burning. You know, messing with the Iranian flag and all that. It started to become like too like hold on, hell no.
Because wrestling was supposed to be
just wrestling is just entertainment. But this is what this whole thing. Hey, this is the Most High's script.
Yeah, this is the world is WWE. Everything is WWE. The Bible is WWE.
Yeah. Like the Most High is a righteous spiritual Mr. Man.
Mr. Man, yeah.
All right, and everybody's dancing and moving according to His will and His script. All right, everybody's playing a role. You play this role, you play that role. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. All right, he's going to win the belt. Hey, but right now, so the white man got the belt. He got the championship belt. He's the heavyweight champion. All right, and he's the heel.
Right.
But if you watch wrestling, the heels are basically the villain, the bad guy. They say Israel's the baby face. Baby face is the good guy that everybody's looking shit for. But it's going to come to where the villain's going to lose, man. All right, that's coming very, very soon. All right.
Remember, it used to be the baby face.
Oh yeah. Used to, yeah.
In the 80s and all, it used to be the baby face.
Yeah.
No more.
Yeah. Switch now.
We're coming to the attitude era now.
Oh yeah. The attitude era, we get crazy and wild.
Trump bringing in the attitude.
Yeah, Trump. Yep.
This Lamentations 4 and 20, 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass unto thee.
Yeah.
Pass through unto thee.
Yeah, represents judgment, hell, woes. All right. The nation of Israel had to drink of that. Hell, we still drinking the remnants of it.
Right.
All right. We still under the curses. We still drinking that cup. But I'm going to tell you, the Lord is going to take that cup from Israel. He's going to give it to you now, man.
It says,
Well, matter of fact, you just read that. Just like read back in. That verse read.
Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunk and shalt make thyself naked.
That's right. So that cup is about to be passed to you now, man. Go ahead.
Verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
See that? So it's going to switch now. It's right on Deuteronomy 37, I believe it is. See that? We're going to switch it up. Right now, we're drinking that cup. We're in captivity, under the person, catching hell, you know, under this damn devil. But the Lord going to switch it to where you got drinking that cup now. You know?
Revelation say, feel the double.
Oh, yeah. That cup is a big cup too, man. Big one. And it's a shot glass. Yeah, it's a big gulp. You get from like 7-Eleven or Quick Trip. It must be like this big. Like,
Straw this long.
Yeah, the long straw. That's the cup the Lord got from the devils, man. You got to drink it straight too, Kim.
Cranberry.
Nope. Straight.
No splash of gas, cranberry.
Yeah, yep.
In slavery, we wasn't getting no religion or things of that nature. We had, send up prayers, but at the end of the day, we was constantly getting our asses whooped.
I gotta bring them books out, man.
Oh,
I bring them books, you know.
This
Show
devil
how
had full
brutal
range.
slavery was.
This devil had full range over our flesh, man. You had a lot of women that got experimented on, pretty much being test subjects, with a lot of these black ass women, talking shit about us, trying to praise the white man. White man was using your ass like a lab rat.
Yeah.
So a lot of these anesthetics that you get in these doctor's offices and stuff like that, they had even when you get a lot of oral surgery, they know how far to put pain before you actually die and things of that nature. They did a lot of trauma within your nerves. Yeah. And they did a lot of it to black women and black men. To see how far you can take a spirit, torment a spirit to a breaking point, right? To death. And if they didn't fully achieve their get the data they need, they'll throw you in the trash and they'll try again. So doing these things constantly until they perfected their witchcraft to create all these different medical departments.
That's why they switched to animals and monkeys, because it was too much of a backlash. Because not every scientist is juiced in. So you got so many that we can't keep doing this with people. So we start doing it on monkeys and dogs and cats and shit. Right, that's why they call them lab rats. We start doing it on animals.
So that scripture too, as you were speaking, basically how he sort of diabolical, but how the Lord said that he was a little displeased and the wicked thwarted the affliction. It's interesting that to show you that it's really the Lord. It's all doings of the Lord, but it's like the Lord still is like it's like theater, Like I was like, damn, we saw you took it too much.
Book breaking.
Oh,
You didn't have to break a slave through sexual acts.
Chopping off genital
Put in pickle jars and postcards. So you have a book without sanctuary. They would burn Jake at the stake. Hell, a lot of times they was eating Jake, man. Chopping Jake's up and eating them.
Then they said they did it to Nat Turner.
Yeah.
Then they said it.
Cannibals.
It's real.
Yeah.
Just real.
Whoever Nat Turner is, man, he gonna have He might have one Edomite because he got to get his one Edomite slain by the end of it. By the end of the 1,000 years, only have one left. He'll be like, well, shoot, I burnt all mine already. Let me borrow some of your Edomite. That Turner got to get his.
He got man.
Him, Geronimo,
Yep,
a lot of these rebels for the righteous rebels.
Yep.
Well, they wasn't righteous in the spirit, but they were right in their doings of not wanting to fall in front of the American white man supremacy.
There was a time when Jacob rise up there, but they was, nonetheless, they was
a process.
It was a process.
They was exercising high levels of diplomacy, which is rules in diplomacy that this devil was breaking with too, man. When you sign certain treaties and you make certain acts, that's a peace treaty. You don't just keep breaking treaties, man. Now there will be certain things that will be cause a thing to be broken, then that's one thing. But as you make agreements, you're supposed to keep peace within those layouts. This devil broke off. What it tells you that in those Psalms. What it say? How do you keep the covenant so they can cast it behind you? I got a precept to have as an elder.
Trust the snake.
Trust the snake. He just kept biting, man. Yeah. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That shame on them. At the end of the day, because they trusted in this devil, and they thought what he was bringing was a level of majesty and harmony, but they didn't know he was bringing chaos and destruction. Yeah. Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient has thou heavily laid thy yoke. And there was times that our forefathers and foremothers was begging for mercy, trail of tears. They were begging for mercy in that trail. We had the Indian Removal Act. They didn't want to leave those lands that them and their fathers cultivated and lived upon. And they had a high level of respect for the land because they believed in the Most High. Some of them knew direct, the Most High's name. Some of them gave other forms of names, but nonetheless, they represent as the Great Spirit. So they knew trees and everything had a connection to the Most High, and they wasn't looking to displease the earth because they knew that would displease the Most High. But you had this devil, he started killing off the oxen. They knew the earth was a gift, and they were to deal and manage the earth to keep their pleasures, keep the good pleasure pleasing with the Lord. They even had priests amongst the Gadites. You had Gadite priests and Issachar priests, but some of them were priests on the level. But nonetheless, this devil, when he came, he just broke every law, killing off animals. Why are you killing animals? What the animals got to do with this warfare? He fights there, burning up the fields, vegetation, so that they don't have access. Giving them blankets that's filled with poison. What kind of shit is that? In peacetime. Here it is peacetime. You're like, we didn't even in wartime. So that's why this devil has to pay for all these different things, man. You got to pay taxes on this destruction. The scripture says the wages of sin, death is death, man. You got to pay taxes on that, playboy. And this devil is up. He tried to get Jake from tax evasion. You the biggest what they call it when you don't pay tax. I know it's tax evasion, but it's another word they call people. But you defer on everything. Esau deferred on life. You
30 trillion in debt.
30 trillion in debt.
Technically, he's deferred on the birthright. Because he's part of the affliction. The affliction goes to the old. But he broke the brotherly covenant. So he's been deferred on the Lord God.
Devil can't file for spiritual bankruptcy. In chapter 7, you can't discharge that wickedness, man.
Get discharged.
Like I think in bankruptcy, when basically can't get rid of loans. You gotta pay that somehow. So it's like that's the only one you can break down. Can't get started. So definitely can't boast with this on the mountain. All the things you've been doing, got an answer for that. Like you said, you got heavy taxes you got to pay. Yeah.
This is Amos chapter 1 and verse 11. Thus said the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I would not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually. He kept his wrath forever.
Yeah, even the whole story with Esau, why Jacob had to leave. Jacob didn't transgress, man. He didn't do anything to. Now he supplanted Esau, but Esau he made that agreement. He shook hands on that whole. He said, "What this got to do? What this birthright got to do with? You know, I'm hungry right now. You know, even with Cain and Abel, Cain's sacrifice, which was a righteous sacrifice. Abel's sacrifice was a righteous sacrifice. Cain came with that BS, and the Lord didn't want it. So you're gonna go and turn and kill Abel. What Abel had to do with your jacked up sacrifice? Go back and give a better sacrifice next time. Nah, he just effing Abel.
Lord said if you do the right thing.
But I chase him and I'm gonna kill him, and he killed him. That's why it says, righteous Abel, his blood cried unto me. And then he asked the Lord, asked Cain. What Cain said? My brother's keeper. Supposed to be, right? But that's this devil. He'll do all kind of menacing, nefarious acts, and then he has like, you know, it's the convenient amnesia. Don't know what my forefathers, 17 generations back.
It's called plausible deniability. Plausible deniability. They can deny it because it's like you ain't really, you can't prove it, you can't show it. Plausible deniability.
Oh, then I said they were slaves too. They were what they call them, indentured servants and things like that. Which some of them were, but nonetheless, somebody gonna have to pay. Somebody gonna have to pay.
I got Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land.
Possess America.
Nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Europe.
Yeah. And all these cities is filled up by heat. Even here in America, you go to the majority of these major cities, you don't see this is Native American territory. This is Native American territory. But do you see Native Americans being the majority? Bigotry.
See, that's hate speech.
That's hate speech. We didn't do nothing. We didn't say nothing to him.
Scripture says, tell you the truth, every man to his neighbor.
Nah, he just saw the sign. He don't know what we said.
Yeah, he don't even know.
We didn't say nothing about white. If we say anything about white people, why didn't we see the sign?
Him, those words we just say, that's just time for him being here. He don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
we don't know what we're
you know what we're talking about.
He's seen what was projected in the
He's seen what the energy, the spirit,
He's
the sign.
He was affected by the spirit.
That's hate speech.
Because they see Israel and they think about the small hats. Because don't nobody like the small hats. Even the other Edomites don't like the small hats. Nigga, do we look like small? Do we look like them? Do we look like them? Oh, fuck. All right, okay. Have a nice day, sir.
Yeah.
Nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord.
And we know his name can cut the fuck off. He's going from persona non grata to nada. He's going from persona, he's already persona non grata. But he's going to be nada. He's going to be erased, nothing.
Yeah, because these devils, they walk around with that pride because they forefathers put in the dirty work so that they can relax and just frolic all over the America, really the world.
So they can do what they want.
So they can do what they want to do. And then when that's the thing. When accountability takes place, they take less accountability than these damn women out here, man.
Right.
It's always their forefathers or somebody else. And
I didn't do it.
Oh well, you blacks when y'all was in Africa, y'all was monkey swinging, so
Y'all saw each other.
we domesticated
How
you.
you know we was around?
We domesticated you. That's how they feel.
Who told you we was around?
And we ran from Roman persecution. We ran from your ass.
Yeah. But it's the other way around. Civilized your monkey ass.
So I hope they deport you. I hope they deport
Taught
you.
you how to wash your ass.
So you look like a Puerto
And that's the
Rican.
appreciation we
You
give.
know they told you how that shit. You look like
Yeah, you read what's that book?
Yes, that's okay.
I think a Valley of Dry Bones. It talks about the so-called white man. It talks about how he had to get pretty much go back to being a human because he was a subhuman coming out of the cage. You know, he went. That's why King and Bullen had to learn Judaism. You know, and they started to attach themselves to
you have laws. You have to symbolize
customs. They need to get it civilized.
laws and the customs and the laws of Jews are the best customs and the best laws. Because he waited between Christianity, Judaism, I think Islam. And some Edomites went and then they chose Islam, the Ottomans, Turkey, but then they chose Judaism.
I get a pretty good one, man. Let's see.
You know, I had something real quick. Talking about Esau being low. Like you said, using that primal caveman, knuckles dragging on the ground, state. This
State talk.
you know, but that showed the Most High real. The fact that this man he went from that to obtaining all this.
Yeah, they'll tell you. Let him tell it. That was a trillion
Yeah,
years ago.
Katria. Yeah, that was last week, man.
Yeah.
This this book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 17. So this matter is by the decree of the watchers, in the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whosoever he will, with the point, and setteth up over it the bases of men. As he saw the bases, the lowest of the low, base. That's what you see. He saw, the Most High, all nations had their time of rule, they had their kingdom, and now we're in Esau's kingdom. He's the basis, the lowest of mankind. The Lord propped them up to support.
The type of style that he rules his government is a very base form. Political in the Senate, House. In the ancient world, you would have anointed kings. You would have inheritors. This devil changed up literally everything. And that's why his society is dilapidated before. And he can't do nothing. He's just trying to shake and move. But with all his abundance and all his blessings, he's still falling like an old nigga, man. Falling like somebody that's defaulting on their bills all the day. Like we said, it's a hypocritical nation. They talk shit about niggas not paying their taxes, doing all these things. You ain't paying your taxes. There's a certain tax you gotta pay in life. There's certain things you have to do, like the law of the land. Right. Letting the land rest that's a form of paying homage. You step back and you let the land rejuvenate and do what it's supposed to do. This devil rapes the land, abundantly to the point where you have so many parts of the world that don't even produce how it's supposed to. Major lakes and bodies of water that was once nutritious, it just dilapidated and dying. Isaiah 24th chapter.
I quote with one though. It's Psalms 18:5.
Bring it back to life. Bring it back to Jake.
They know not, Psalms 82:5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
Verse 6, I have said, ye are God, and all of you are the children of the Most High.
That's right. The Israelites, Yahshua Allah, right? The so-called black man, which is a Hebrew Israelite, is God. right? We have 100% knowledge. Okay? And those that destroy the earth, we're going to rule over. That's why the next verse says that we are gods, because they've been destroying the planet. So you got to have the gods rise back up to take over and rule the earth in righteousness. So the coming destruction, the prophecies to come to pass, is going to take this place, America, Babylon, the Great out. That's going to lead to the beginning of the kingdom for the Israelites, Yahshua. Right? And we're going to be gods in the earth.
Right. Yep. So, round point, man. So with that, we're going to sign off. We're going to be edified. Right, we're going to sign off, go on praise, sign, and glory to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakadash.
the apostle of the great millstone. Shalom to the Lord's elect. Go on to the next camp. We're going to say shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.